Hi. Kind of late.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was already recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of CO and Rome.
This is Sio.
And this is Rome, and this is episode number 77.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, before we jump into some topics, best podcast of 2019.
Undisputed.
And if you want to dispute it, shoot us an email at coandrome@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yo, I got to just say this for the record.
I feel like I know where this is going already.
You probably do.
Okay.
I just got to give a big shout out to Serge and to Zay
Yes.
with Fresh Room Podcast.
Shout out to you guys.
You know, I'm very thrilled, and I have faith that they're going to win the Best Podcast in Tampa award from Mew Magazine or
They're definitely out there
whatever
doing their
they're
thing for
doing.
sure. They're making real serious moves. So shout out to you guys.
I just want you guys to know I'm definitely trying to figure out a way to still confidently say we're the best podcast of 2019, even if you win.
Oh, well, technically they've already stated that they're going to put in a dispute if they take that award.
Mm-hmm.
However, come with facts besides just the award, because
Well,
we'll definitely debate that.
Here's the thing. It's like we're doomed regardless because we weren't even nominated, right? So it's like whether or not they win, does that mean that the person who wins this award
Is the bad pot
Maybe this is a sign that we're not the best. We're the podcast of 2019. In fact, you know, we're not the best podcast of 2019. We're the podcast
and try and beat that
of 2019. Bro, that's it. I'm done. If you want to get yourself some merch, head on over to afgoclothing.com. It's starting to warm up outside, but if you're somewhere where you still want a sweatshirt or a hoodie, go for it. Otherwise, we do have t-shirts, both ladies cuts, unisex cuts, so definitely go and check that out.
Yeah, and we have a discount code for you guys. It's Zio and Rome15. That gets you 15% off. Cop you something. Take a picture. Tag us in it. Let us shout you out.
Yo, little recap of our week. So Monday, linked up with Willie Flea, Zay, and I'm trying to remember the other guy's name, J.O. Mm-hmm. Did some Rhapsody to Basement type cypher thing. Cannot wait for that project to drop. Big shout out to Deja, who audio engineered it. Really, really good time.
I heard you did your thing.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah.
You know, this rap stuff, I've never really had intentions of like
coming back in the game.
And I don't even know if I'm back in the game just because I participated in a cypher.
I don't know, homie. You may be back in the game.
But
you got 3 free tracks off of that shit.
I mean,
or you got offered tracks.
I got offered 3 free songs and a music video. And my thing is like, how do you turn that down?
I want to be in a music video.
You could be like a video girl in my music video.
I don't want to be a video vixen.
I really want you to be my split star. I just want to know, like, is that what you want for yourself?
What?
Are you okay with being a hype man?
I'm a great hype man.
A bit of the bit.
Nah,
right.
I'll come harder than that though.
Okay. Pause. Anyway, yeah, we got some work to do. But I'm a little excited about that. My thing is like, yo, if the people want to see it, maybe I should challenge myself and just keep it fun.
Yeah, I think it should be a side thing that you do just to kind of like that muscle memory and have yourself like, you know, trigger that part of your brain that you haven't triggered in a minute.
Yeah, you know what? I think I was surprised by like how well I did, but I had to realize like, bro, like I've been rapping for 20 years.
Yeah, you've been in this game for a long time.
That makes me feel old, but it makes me feel like, yeah, I was rapping when you was in diapers, fam, so chill the fuck out. Not that I'm going to be saying that to everyone.
Like you're an OG in this game.
Like an OG if I do decide to do this. So that's kind of fun.
I think that's dope.
Anything notable happened with you this week?
No. Friday.
Okay.
We went to
Plush. We went to Plush night.
It's Celebrities. I've never been to that spot before. Have you?
Yeah. So like that spot, I've always known it to be like an after. I don't know if it's an after hour spot, but I know that after jerk hut on like the Caribbean nights, like the reggae soca nights that people typically go to celebrities, and it's got real dance hall vibes. So the girls that I see there, they're not like super dressed up. They're like in some shorts, some jeans, and some shirts because they know they about to go like go ham, like dead ass on that floor, like dance halls.
It's
vibes.
very cozy, very intimate, but definitely a good night. I enjoyed myself a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Elisa and to Dadson for putting that one together. I got to give a shout out to you.
Oh, okay.
And it's in the
This
notes.
may be a perfect segue to my first topic, actually, because I feel like I know where this is going.
Cio is the real MVP. She helped me use the bathroom. It had a broken doorknob with no lock. I had a very long zipper on my dress. And I had on some very tight shapewear during the time of the month. And I just want you to know that when I needed help because I pre-gamed for the first time and had to pee a lot as soon as I got there, my friend was there for me, holding the door, unzipping my dress, helping me peel out of my shapewear, and taking selfies all at the same time.
That's talent.
And I'm like, yo, I got my period. You sure you're here for this? And she was like, I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
You were there for me, and I thank you.
No problem.
You're very welcome. Wait.
What?
Sorry, guys. I'm not feeling good today.
This is actually a perfect segue.
I hope it's to what I think.
What is your true definition of a wingman or woman?
Oh.
And does that consist of having to take one for the team?
Okay. I thought this was going somewhere else.
No.
Thought we were going to talk about something that happened earlier this week.
Wait, do we want to get into that first? Let's do this first, and then we'll talk about whatever happened earlier this week, because I feel like it's a perfect segue.
Wingman, wingwoman.
Yep.
Okay. I think the wingman thing, it can be a variety of things. Oh, I forgot to turn that light on. Okay, whatever. I think that it could be like, yo, you're going somewhere knowing that you're there to assist your friend.
In any means necessary. So it's removing Spanx.
Helping them. I feel like it's primarily when you know your friend's trying to get at someone.
Okay.
I feel like if there's an objective, your friend's there and you're like there on the sidelines for the assist. Like mainly when you're feeling somebody.
Okay.
But I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be when you're feeling somebody. It's like, yo, you're going there with no personal gain. You're just going there to be a supportive member
Of society.
Supportive member to your friend.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay, and does that consist of taking one for the team? So let's say
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
When we say taking one for the team, this can be a very broad definition. Does it mean perhaps talking to people that are friends with this person just to kind of distract them even though they're not your cup of tea? Or does it mean putting yourself in a scenario that maybe is not your cup of tea?
Anything
that consists of like, this is not the norm for you, but you are a good wingman or good woman and you're going to just step outside your comfort zone and handle it.
Yeah. Anything.
Okay.
I mean, listen, it's when you're not just thinking about yourself. You're like, what's the best setup for my friend? Mm-hmm. When we went out that one night, that Gasparilla night, there were some uncomfortable moments for me. But I was like, you know what? My friend is here having a good time. There's a bunch of drunk people around us.
Yes.
I feel a little uncomfortable, but I'm not going to make this awkward because I don't want to ruin my friend's night. Or, just like anything, like what you're thinking about your friend first, and your friend is the bride and you're the bridesmaid.
Yeah. Oh, that's a perfect definition. Now, I know that guys I don't know because I'm not a guy, but for the most part, from what I hear, I do have a lot of homies that sometimes taking one for the team even consists of perhaps sleeping with a shorty that is not your cup of tea, just so that your friend could get the business from shorty that he wants to get the business from. Okay,
so first of all, guys will fuck anything for the most part. But if he's like, yo, holler at her friend so I can holler at her, right? Mm-hmm. And if it goes as far as fucking, like we all go back to the spot. Mm-hmm. And if that means like, yo, you fuck her friend so I can try to fuck her, like I could see guys definitely doing that. Now, he's benefiting from it regardless because he's getting a piece of ass, but he probably wouldn't have tried to get a piece of ass from her if it had not been for his friend's mission.
Right.
Yeah, I could see it going that far for sure.
That's crazy. I don't know if I can, like, I'm the level of wing woman that, like, I'll take one for the team when it comes to, like, perhaps putting myself in a scenario that is not necessarily my cup of tea, going above and beyond so that my friend have a good time, can have a good night. But as far as, like, sleeping with a homie so that my friend can get
different.
I'm not built that way.
Guys are different. Like, for us, our standards are different. I don't want to bring up the whole key lock thing and get into that. But what I will say is that I've seen guys that'll have sex with a woman that's like, they don't even find attractive in the face, but let's say she's got a banging ass body. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, that's fuckable and it's not a big deal. And why not? You know, with women, it's, yo, I love you, CO, but I'm not fucking a homie just so you can get some dick.
I'm so glad that you said that because I really wouldn't either.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that's something that you expected from me, but I just feel like with guys and girls, it's different. Now, if you're like, yo, I want to get the dick, I'll try to create the perfect setting for that. Like,
I just pictured you lighting candles in the living room.
I'll light candles in the living room.
I'll dim the light.
I'll try to keep his friend preoccupied so he can like just stay out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, I'll let you use my bed if it came down to that.
I would never.
I'm not saying that it would, but if it came down to that,
yes.
I'd be like, yo, you can use my bed. Like, I'd do some pretty extensive stuff, but I'm not going to be like, I'll fuck his friend so you can fuck him.
Yeah, no.
I'd be like, okay, friend, what's the objective? You want to fuck homie? I think I can figure out a bunch of creative ways to help facilitate that does not involve me having to fuck his friend.
Does not include my vagina. Got it.
Yeah. But guys are like, yeah, let me just fuck her friend. It'll make it easier for you because guys, they will benefit from that. Like, they want to fuck.
I don't know. I just feel like that's crazy. Like,
Don't.
The difference in, like,
the male woman.
Oh, yeah. Like,
I don't think
it's still
crazy.
pretty. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't want to shit on guys, though, and make it seem like they're only about, like,
I'm not saying they're only about sex, but if they're like, yo,
they're
not
more
only do I
likely-
get to help my friend, but I get some pussy out the deal too.
For sure.
Hey, let me know the next time you need me to do this.
Whenever you need a wingman, holla at me.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened earlier this week that you wanted to touch base on?
I just want to say that I made a tweet and I didn't get the response that I wanted from CO. I can't access it right now because I'm on my other phone, but it says something along the lines that sometimes there are unusual circumstances in life that result in you having to put the pause on someone that you love. I'm going to give you an example.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
I went to Buffalo and my cousin Rico and I went to the movies to see Mr. Glass. Mm-hmm. Huge dude, built like a refrigerator. Love him to death. He's sitting next to me, sleeping in the movie, and he's snoring so loud. And I can't tell you how many times I had to beat him awake because I wanted him to stop snoring in the movies. I'm elbowing him. I'm smacking him.
But you're also
I'm hitting him in the face. I'm like, stop it. I love him, but I had to put my hands on him. There was no other way. So earlier this week, there was something that happened.
Let's just go into it.
And I had to put my hands on someone that I loved. And it wasn't something I wanted to do.
It's me, guys. It's me. She put the paws on me, but I was unconscious, so it doesn't even matter. Get into it.
I just want to say that CO had...
Wow.
Well, wow, man. It wasn't that wild, but
it wasn't.
Let me put it to you like this. CO's losing a lot of weight.
Yeah.
More than she realizes because she doesn't weigh herself on a routine basis.
I don't pay attention to that.
In fact, she weighed herself earlier this week and lost 5 pounds from the last time she weighed herself and didn't even realize it. And I think as you lose weight, your alcohol tolerance starts to shift a little bit.
Yeah, and in my head...
And you don't eat enough.
Yeah, and in my head, I'm thinking that I could still tolerate the same amount of liquor that I did when I was 30 pounds heavier.
And without going into too much detail, I think my friend forgot to set her alarm for work the next morning. And I was worried she was going to be late to work, so I had to.
And I was wasted the night before.
I had to put in some elbow grease to wake her up.
Apparently, I got smacked with an ice pack a couple times. And then, you know what's funny is that I didn't even know about the ice pack until the next day when I was like, yo, this part of my fucking forehead really hurts for some reason. I was like, did you hit me with something on my head trying to wake me up? And she looks at me, she goes, yup.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I was just so angry. I was just like, I want my friend to wake up. I don't know what to do. I can't leave and start my day until my friend is up and coherent. And yeah.
Please tell the people what it took after you trying to smack me with an ice pack, shaking me half to death, what it really took for me to jump out of bed.
I was like, I think I said like, hey, it's almost 8:00 or something. And then that's when like in your head, it clicked like, what time is it? And then you finally got up.
Yeah.
But I went through so much drama leading up to that point. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I've never seen you like that. That was interesting.
Never mix light liquor with dark liquor. That's what I learned that night.
Yeah, that's a good lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for the feedback on Ratchet Church of Rome.
Yo, that's going to become a thing.
I guess. I got one negative response, but that's expected. Look, it's comedy. I love God. His word is like the shit.
Is this from someone that you expected the negative
And
response from?
I don't even know who the person is.
Oof.
Although there was cursing and it was ratchet, but the word still applied, in my opinion, even though it was jokes. I felt like it still applied. And I'll do it again at some point. But look, I think that I'm not going to get in a situation where I'm going to have to constantly defend whatever art that I choose to create.
It's comedy, guys, relax.
But it's comedy, man. And I just want to say, if this podcast or anything we create is too much for you, then do what you have to do. But just know my intentions are pure, and I may bring it back one time.
One time for the one time?
One time for the one time. Oh, I'll wait till my next topic. Go ahead.
Oh, you sounded... All my shits are serious from now on.
Okay.
This is something that you and I touched on a little bit earlier this week, and I wanted to touch on it just kind of for our listeners and kind of get the same back and forth that we were having. Do you believe in chemistry carbons, which for those of you guys who don't know what a chemistry carbon would be, it's basically souls that are connected far beyond what the naked eye can see or that the mind can understand. So perhaps you guys have ever been in scenarios with specific people that you just naturally gravitate to, like no matter what it is, like you can't understand it, you can't explain it. It's just kind of like these people are constantly in and out of your life. And for some reason, even when they're in your life, like you're just attached to them for some reason. It could be a friend. It could be someone who you're attracted to, like in a romantic sense. It could be family members that you click with a lot more than anyone else. Like, do you believe in chemistry carbons?
I don't know if I believe in chemistry carbons per se, because I'm not too familiar with the term and all the details that go into what that is in terms of scientific, spiritual, whatever. However, I do believe that there are unique connections you can have with a person, and regardless of what changes happen in life, how many years have elapsed, whatever changes have happened, there's this weird ass connection that you can't describe between you and this person. And I can only think of one person that I feel I have this weird connection with. This person can be in a relationship, out of a relationship, fat, skinny, near, far. It doesn't matter. We just always find a way back to each other. And I can't explain it. It's like, and then every time we link back up, it's like we didn't miss any time.
Yeah.
And the love we have for each other, it's just so pure. It's like, there's no question or doubt in my mind if this person loves me and he knows that I love him. I don't think we'll ever have a romantic relationship. I get scared. I think the connection between us is so strong that I'm scared that one day we'll somehow end up together.
I can see that actually.
That scares me because in my mind, like my conscious mind, like I have no desire to be with this person. Mm-hmm. No desire, but because of how strong the connection is between us, it scares me. It's like, am I meant to be with this person? Because somehow he just keeps finding his way back in my life, and I don't know. It's just so effortless. We don't fight. We don't argue. We don't hit each other with bottles.
I don't know who else does
You never
that,
heard that lyric? I don't fight. I don't argue. I just hit that bitch with a bottle.
No. Who sings that? I
Brooke
hope
Valentine?
I never have a chemistry carbon with that person.
Was it Brooke Valentine? I don't know. It's some song. I'll look it up for you. Anyway.
It almost like it. I feel like when you have a chemistry carbon with someone, it almost surpasses any common sense that you may have. Like, because the way that I think about it, it's almost like either this is supposed to be something that continuously is in my life, or I have to do something more about it, or there's still a lesson that I have to learn here, and I still have not learned what that is.
It's just like this individual has a purpose and place in your life, and it's effortless. It's like there are no decision-making skills that involved with your presence in my life.
100%.
Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like the person is meant to be a part of your life. And even if you made the conscious decision to eliminate them from your life, they just somehow manage to pop back in.
That shit boggles me every time.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So that's what makes me, like, I've read up on chemistry carbons as of late. And that is kind of where I was just like, I thought about a couple specific people in my life, one in particular, where I'm just like, yo, this has to be what this is. And like in my mind, I'm like, girl, stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is not that serious. Whatever, let it be. But then everything else that happens after I make the decision of letting it be, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you could make the conscious decision not to be,
and the universe is just like, haha, think again, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I like to learn more about it.
Yeah,
but I think there's a thing,
I think
beyond
that
our
if
control.
Yes, I think life alone is proof that we don't have control over everything.
Oh, we definitely don't.
And I think that if you guys find yourself in the position where you find that a specific person is constantly coming in your life, I definitely suggest reading up on chemistry carbons.
For sure.
Yep.
So I want to talk about, I got a PSA. Okay.
I thought you were going to say I got a piss. I was like, really?
I got a PSA.
All right, here we go.
First of all, for those of you watching video, I'm not with the shits today. I have on no makeup. I have on no socks. I have on leggings. I don't know what to call this shirt.
It's cute.
It's comfy. I'm on my period, okay?
All right.
And this PSA is about menstrual cycles. By the way, I've looked at our stats recently, and there's a shift between men and women. We have way more male listeners than female listeners now.
Oh, really? Because it was kind of half and half.
It was 50-50. It was like 49-51. Oh, it's a little bit more. And I want to talk to you guys.
How much more?
I think it's like 56-40. Like, there's a shift happening.
Got it.
And I got something for you niggas.
Oh,
a menstrual cycle is something that happens all month long.
These are facts.
Okay? You guys think that because a woman's on her period, it's like, oh shit, she's on her period, right? And this is the crazy time. But I want you to know that every day and every week of the menstrual cycle, you dealing with a new bitch.
So it's like split.
You dealing with a new bitch. So let me run it to you, right? Week 1 is the week of the period.
Okay.
When I have my period, I'm cranky a little bit. My head hurts.
You're tired.
I'm bloated. I'm tired. If I'm a little on edge because my vagina is bleeding, okay? If I'm a little on edge during this time, it's because those things are happening, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The week following period week is
super horny.
Is the best week of the cycle for you guys.
So horny.
We're trying to have sex. We're as close to our quote unquote normal selves.
It's also the fertile window.
Kind of.
It is.
Not according to my calculations.
All right. Take it from someone who's gotten pregnant before.
You said the fertile window's the week before, and now you're saying it's the
fertile window is
week
the week
after.
before and the week after. It could be for 2-3 days of the week before and 2-3 days of the week after.
So you're saying there's 2 fertile periods in the month?
Yep. Look it up. I remember I told you I could feel me ovulating. I know my insides.
Okay. Since this one's my topic, I'm going to run it based off my data. And if CO wants to give you her version, that's fine.
Okay.
The week following the period is the best week for you guys. So I'm just saying, just pay close attention to the women in your life the week after the period. The third week, right, is the fertile week, according to my research and my experience. Mm-hmm. That week, I'm more prone to get a headache because hormones are doing shit during the fertile window. You get cramps because you have an egg that's being
pushed
released
out of a tube,
out of your ovary and going through a tube, slow motion style. And your body is preparing for the possibility of creating a living thing inside of you. Mm-hmm. This can have an impact on us emotionally, physically, all this other shit, right? That's
especially
week 3.
Because of all the extra hormones that your body's producing at that moment.
So now your body's like, okay, either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. Let's say most times than not, you're not pregnant, right? So you just wasted a fucking egg. So your body's like, oh, I'm not pregnant. So here comes week 4. It's like, let's release all of this uterine lining because we're not pregnant, guys.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. And your body, your uterus starts fucking expanding.
Contracting.
Doing all this weird stuff. So hormones are again doing different shit this week. You're hungry.
A lot.
You want to eat bad stuff. And you can even start feeling cramps before your period comes. And it's just headaches again. Now, I know everybody doesn't get the headaches, but I do. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say I felt my period. This whole cycle, this past month has treated me really bad, which is the reason why I'm bringing this up. So I just want to say, before any man decides that he wants to be a part of my life, I need you to be fully aware of the menstrual cycle and the effects that it has on a woman's mind, body, spirit, and soul. Because through it all, we're still expected to be there for you motherfuckers. And I'm not even here. I'm not even with someone right now. But I'm just saying, we're the shit.
Yo, this whole PSA venting session is so evident of you having your period. I just want that.
Because this one was hard.
I get it. I don't feel it.
I don't feel good right now.
I feel like it's a punishment and I shouldn't be punished for not being pregnant.
I'm shaky. My head hurts. I got stuff to do.
And I don't want to do any of it.
And I don't. I'm here recording a podcast because it's a commitment and I love you guys. But I would much rather be in my bed sleeping right now. But this is more fun.
You don't sound like you're having fun.
I am. I like this very much.
Oh, Jesus.
And even though I look like shit, check out the YouTube. See you in Rome.
You do not look like shit, friend.
No, I look like shit right now.
Wow. You need some chocolate ice cream in your life.
I do.
Okay, we'll get some after
and
this.
I need snuggling.
Speaking of snuggling and vaginas.
Yeah.
I read a quote on Facebook actually earlier today that kind of got me thinking, and I agree with it and don't agree with it all at the same time, and I want to run it by you. Mm-hmm. And the quote read, if she gives you a threesome, your sex game is trash. Ooh. Because women don't like to share good dick.
Lies.
Lies?
Mm-hmm.
Do tell.
I mean, it's lies, man. Like, if I lack a certain sense of security and I'm worried that if I don't give my man a threesome, he's probably going to leave me or cheat. Like, a lot of women give in for the threesome for that reason alone. Because he's requesting it. Now, if you're a woman, it could be so many reasons your woman wants to do a threesome. Let's say your woman's also into women.
No. If she gives you the threesome, meaning it's clearly his request.
Well, let's say your woman is into women.
Okay.
Also.
Okay.
She may be more open to the thought of, if you want a threesome, like, yo, I get some pussy and I get some dick. This sounds like
Best
fun.
of both worlds.
She might just be sexually fluid and open. Man, I don't agree with this on so many levels. 'Cause let me tell you something.
Listen, I would consider. Go ahead.
I'm over 30 days celibate now, right? Let me tell you something. There was this one person that I was with during my single run whose dick was so amazing.
Take a moment. Just bow your head.
Oh, Jesus. Lord.
Got you calling on the Lord himself.
Okay. Whew. Excuse me. So amazing that I wanted to share it with someone else. So they could so I could have another witness to be like, yo, that's some good shit, right?
Actually, I feel like you said it to me at one point. You said, I just want you to try
wish
so that
you could try this.
No.
And I know you won't because you'll feel weird because it is so good. I feel like someone I know should experience this.
Because you feel like you need to better the world and have them try that.
Yes, I feel like, yo, you should try this. Now, if it's mine, I'm be like, nah, I ain't sharing that. But even if the dick isn't that amazing, if I love someone, like I'm not sharing that with no one, whether the dick is good, whether the dick is bad. Like if I love that person, I can't stand to watch myself sharing them with someone else.
Yeah, I feel I would say I'm of the fluid sense. I have been with females and men, and I can say for myself that I'm also not only fluid, but I'm also very selfish. So if it comes to having the thought of sharing, whether it's the vagina or the penis that I'm with, that's not happening. Like, I just refuse to share something that I feel belongs to me with someone else.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had a threesome.
If you have to think about it, then.
So.
Did you almost have a threesome?
Kind of.
Oh, okay. Speak about it.
I shared the penis. Okay. So.
At the same time?
Kind of.
Okay, explain.
Okay. So this was 20 years ago.
So when you started rapping?
Around that time. 20 years ago, there was a girlfriend of mine that was still a virgin. And I was having routine sex with this one guy. We're still friends to this day, by the way, which makes this kind of funny.
The guy or the girl?
The guy.
Okay.
So he and I would have sex routinely, but we were not, like, we had love for each other, but we were never in a committed relationship with one another.
I think I know who this is.
So we went out to a club and she was like, I kind of want to lose my virginity tonight. So I kind of felt like I needed to help guide her. She seemed like she wanted help, like she was scared. So me, my homie that I was fucking, some other guy and her all went back to his place. And I don't know if he fucked me first or if he fucked her first. But we were all in the same bed. I didn't touch her. But I shared the penis with her. And because he didn't have a big penis, I was like, this is going to be the perfect situation. He doesn't have a huge dick. He's super gentle. I know he's going to take good care of you. So I was like involved with the whole facilitating of her losing her virginity to him.
So technically we can say that she lost virginity in a hypothetical threesome situation.
Kind of, but is it a threesome if her and I didn't do anything and we were just sharing the penis?
I feel like if someone else is in the area of you seeing penis being inserted in my vagina or vagina rubbing on my vagina, and you're facilitating anything.
So you don't have to be involved with both people for it to be a threesome.
I don't think so. Because have you ever heard of like girls telling their guys, well, I guess if there's no sexual connection, like actual intimacy,
so we'll bring another
else.
Woman into the bedroom, but I'm not going to touch her. For the guy, it's still a threesome.
Yes.
For the girl, is it a threesome though?
I don't know, because I've also known of like girls that want to be with other girls but don't want to share their guy, so the guy will just watch and like do his thing on the side while the girls are like fucking around with each other. So is that a threesome?
I don't know. I think I fall like in line with the thing you're saying. I think I'm too selfish, and if in my mind I feel like this is mine, like there's no way I could have let another bitch have that. Like I feel like if I'm not in a relationship and it's more casual, like, okay, this is someone that I'm fucking, but he's not my man. This is a cute shorty. We're all having a good time. Maybe I'd be down for it. But come on, I'm a woman of a particular age. If it hasn't happened yet, I don't know that it will happen.
Yeah, I'm super selfish. Like, I remember being young too and being in the club with my baby daddy, and a girl just happened to walk by him and like grab his chain like in a cutesy flirty way. I've never reached out and slapped someone's hand so fast and hard. And like the thing about it is that like people know how crazy you are, right? Or at least they know how crazy I am, because that he was like hands up in the air like I ain't got shit to do with this. I've never smacked somebody's fucking hand so hard in my entire fucking life. And it was kind of like, this is mine. What are you doing? But imagine if you were to be sharing them sexually with someone.
Well, that's usually arranged in advance.
Facts.
So your man says to you, Theo, I love you to death. For my birthday, I was wondering if you'd be open to us letting another woman in the bedroom. You have complete free reign to pick whoever this is. I don't. And we don't ever have to speak to her ever again.
Okay, so I feel two ways about this. I feel that the older I've gotten, the more thought of willingness I've put into that.
So the more secure you're becoming, right? And the more thought you give to it, whereas before it's like, oh hell nah, but now you at least think about it a little bit.
Now before I used to be like no. Now I'm like like, you know, I have the thought in my head, like perhaps in the right situation, right? I'm not completely against it, but then I'm also of the thought that when you do that, regardless of what the other person says to you, we don't ever have to talk to this person again. You can pick the person. You can have complete control over what does or doesn't take place. I'm of the thought that you are also opening a door.
I knew you were going to say that. It's like opening Pandora's box.
You're opening a door to something that perhaps wasn't before.
You're opening a door that you can't close.
Exactly. And then like, how upset can you really be if now that person has a taste of what else is out there and they're willing to continue to seek that?
What do you think about if you go on a trip with your significant other? You're in a different town, on an island, you're on vacation, and on that trip you guys decide to do something like that, and you come back home and it's back to your routine of things. Again, does that change it a little bit, or same line of thought?
Same line of thought.
Got it.
Yeah, same line of thought. I feel like temptation is temptation regardless of where you're at, and if you're willing to open that door, so to speak, then
man, no matter I'm about to say something so bizarre, bruh. Oh, this is bizarre.
Like taboo bizarre, or
like, this is so crazy.
Okay, go.
So I think I would rather my significant other cheat on me safely behind my back than to invite another woman into my bedroom. I would rather you go behind my back. If you have a taste for another woman, go behind my back, have safe sex, be with someone else. Don't ever let me catch wind or feel like this is going to happen. I'd rather you do that than to step to me and pressure me or have a conversation with me about having a threesome with you.
Oh, I don't.
I'd be more accepting of that.
I don't, because I have a problem with almost feeling stupid. I hate feeling dumb or looking stupid in any sense. And I feel like what's done behind my back and what's kept from me makes me feel stupid. And I rather you let me know something and let me be the deciding factor on whether or not I want to proceed with this or not, whatever I decide, rather than for, cause I'm a strong believer in what's done in the dark always comes to light, no matter how much time it takes. So a month, a year, years down the line, I feel like something always comes full circle and is you become aware of it. So I'd rather you bring it to me and be honest. I respect honesty, even if it's something I don't want to hear. So if you tell me like, yo, I smashed shorty right before you and I got together, I'm still okay with being in the same area of this shorty because you were honest enough with me and I don't feel like I have anything to worry about. Now, if I don't know, you never tell me, and then I find out through the grapevine, I no longer want to be in the same space as this person because I feel like it was kept from me for a reason. That's just of the thought that I am. So
I get it.
Bring it to me. Tell me you want to have threesome. I'll tell you yes. I'll tell you no. I'll tell you what my thoughts are. Don't go behind my back.
Okay.
Now, if you go behind my back and you feel bad and then some time passes before the light brings it to me and you tell me, listen, I did this and this and this, the likelihood of me giving you another chance is stronger than me finding out by myself. Isn't that crazy?
No, I get that.
That's why I'm saying, like, I'd rather people tell me things.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just dropped my phone.
It's all right. We all drop things sometimes.
Oh, that seems deep, but okay. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I think I have one more thing.
Oh, okay. Let me go then.
Oh, hold on. Let me see how.
Right.
No, let me go.
All
right. We need a distress signal. We were watching Bad Girls Club, old Bad Girls Club, and she had this hand signal thing called Awkward Turtle.
For you guys that are watching YouTube, please watch this. It's called the Awkward Turtle.
And that means if we're out and you're doing this hand signal, that means Mayday, bitch.
Yeah, SOS.
SOS. Let's get the fuck out of here. Help me. Wingman, activate.
Correct.
Whatever.
Correct.
And I'm like, that's a stupid hand signal. It's quite obvious. And I'm like, maybe you and I need one. I feel like we can just give each other the eyes.
I was just gonna say that I feel like our connection is like we're chemistry carboned.
We're chemistry carbon.
We're chemistry carbon.
We look at each other and I'm like,
and
nigga, make it,
help.
But my thing is like, when do you use the signal?
When do you use this signal? So I've actually even given a signal to my homeboys. Like there's been times, shout out to Oscar. There's been times where I've gone out with Oscar and we'll go to the club or whatever. And usually if I hang out with specific homeboys, I'll usually be the only girl. And I think he was with his cousin or something like that. And literally he was sitting on the other side of the room and I was by the bar, and this guy literally was like trying to talk to me. All I did was like look past the guy towards my friend, made direct eye contact with him, and I was like wide eyes, eyebrows high up in my forehead, and he was like, I gotta go save my friend. He like beelined it to me and was like, excuse me, and like pushed me to the other side of the bar past the guy and like stood between me and the guy. And Oscar's so big, like nobody's really gonna question him. So the guy like looked at Oscar, looked at me, I shrugged my shoulders, and we continued to go on with our night. Like I feel like your real friends know what kind of time it is when you make those types of signs.
Well, we went out with your peoples to jerk cut, and that one guy would not catch. He did not catch the point that he needed to back up off me. I felt like there were 3 or 4 people involved with getting him away from me.
Yeah, and what makes it crazy about that is that
it was like no matter what.
Yeah, and those guys really don't know you like that. They had just met you for that first time. So I think maybe they took your facial expression and my lead, and they were probably like, but the homie from across the way, he came and saved the day out of like he was just like, oh, Mayday, shorty's in trouble. Literally stood up, and he was the first one to directly tell the guy, like, you need to back the fuck up.
Can we go out with all of them again?
Yeah, actually,
I feel like we instantly became family that night.
Actually, you know what's so crazy is that Amy's performance is coming up, which I want to.
What day is it?
On the 2nd or 3rd, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And I think that probably afterwards he's going to want to do something, and we're going to be downtown anyways. So if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we're good enough that we don't need a Mayday signal.
But if you were to use a Mayday signal, for example, any situation that makes me uncomfortable and I feel like I can't directly be like, yo, you're fucking annoying because I don't want to be that girl, is the times where I will use like that crazy eye signal or that like Batman sign that maybe I'm not physically doing something for the SOS. What would be, is it just for when you feel uncomfortable as well?
I think when you feel uncomfortable and you need to escape the situation and you're having a hard time. You know, I think that this is important because I think that for me, I'm learning not to bug out all the time. Like, if someone's making me feel uncomfortable, like back in the day, the whole wingman, wingwoman shit wasn't a big deal to me. I'd be like, yo, son, get the fuck out my face.
Yeah.
Like, but now I'm kind of like, let's think of a classier way to do this. Like, call on a friend for help.
Yo, by the way, I do want to speak on something really quick.
Okay.
You've done really, really, really well as of late with your spaz out moments. I just want to say that because I feel like for a good little minute, I was worried about how many spaz out moments you were having. And I feel like they've died down. I feel like you've found a middle ground and you're not as maybe barky as you were at one point.
Yeah. I'm growing up, man.
Good for you. I think you're reaching a new
I'm definitely growing
level
up.
of life.
Let me tell you something. When we were at Plush Night, there was a situation and I was trying to put myself in it's a fake scenario. Like, what would I do if I witnessed my friend being attacked by someone else? And I was like, man, would I like step in and try to fight someone for my friend? Or would I try to diffuse the situation? And in the it's a fake scenario, I saw myself trying to stop the fight versus getting involved in the fight.
That says a lot.
And that's in a fake scenario. I'd be like, yo, chill. But after like the third time of yo, chills, if it doesn't die down, then I have no choice but to put the paws on them.
Yeah, I think it's owed in that aspect. If you tell someone a couple of times to chill out and they're still about that life, okay, noted.
Yeah, because I will protect my friends to a fault.
Yeah, me too. I'll ask questions later. I might even be mad at you later. That's the type of friend that I am. Like, I might like put the paws on someone in your defense and then afterwards be like, bitch, they didn't even have to go that far, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to question you while it's happening. I'm fucking somebody up. And then afterwards, I'm going to be like, girl, we did not have to go there.
Speaking of, I have another PSA that was not planned.
Okay.
Ladies, stop putting your fucking hands on these men. Stop.
Where did this come from?
My fake scenario.
Yeah. Got it.
I'm seeing like the Bow Wow thing that happened.
Other things.
I just saw another thing on Twitter with this lady that was popping off on a dude in the elevator. It seems like things always happen in the elevator.
Stay away from elevators.
I heard about a friend recently that's been through something with a female. Chicks. First of all, it's not even about the fear of a guy putting his hands on you. It's just about respecting another human being. You know, if you're doing it in self-defense and it's warranted, by all means, do your thing. But don't think that because men shouldn't put their hands on women, don't take advantage of that and start rolling up on these niggas and putting your hands on them. Like, stop.
I feel like everyone needs to be responsible for themselves and nobody should put their hands on anybody. I feel like certain scenarios, like if you're protecting yourself, like you said, then by all means, yes, that may call for it.
Protecting yourself, protecting someone else. But my thing is like, don't start being physical with someone if you are not fully prepared to deal with all the consequences associated with that. Whether that involves the person hitting you back, you going to jail, you dying, whatever. Like, there's a lot of shit that can come as a result of putting your hands on someone. And if you don't think you can die from someone punching you a little too hard, like, shit happens, my nigga.
And not only just that, like the shit's, it's disrespectful, but also you're putting yourself in a line of fire physically when you choose to put your hands on someone. There's so much that can happen from that. You can put your hands on someone, they could pull a weapon on you. Like, there's so much that can happen. So it's not so much about protecting yourself, but it's like just being abusive physically with people unnecessarily is something that we have to stop. And it could be a man that truly wholeheartedly believes that putting their hands on a female is wrong, but survival is a natural instinct, and survival is paramount. That's probably the right way of saying it. Survival not only is a natural instinct, survival is paramount. And if you find yourself in the space of someone who you know, a man who you know will constantly say, I'm not putting my hands on a woman, is against men that do, it doesn't matter. If you hit them enough, that natural instinct may just kick in. And even though in his mind and his heart he believes that it's wrong, It's just an instinct, and he may hit you back. Now what happens? Now this man is wrong when you put your hands on him to begin with.
Yeah, and I do believe that, a man should never hit a woman. Like, I get that. But I feel like we shouldn't be around here just hitting people and not expecting to be hit back. I'm sorry. I don't think we deserve that luxury.
I don't either.
And this is coming from a woman. I'm sorry. I don't believe that I have the luxury to run up and start hitting a nigga and that the nigga should never hit me. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? Man, I'm just letting y'all know right now. If I see a bitch hitting a nigga, especially if it's a nigga that I know, trust that I'm going to get involved. Because I don't want him to make the wrong decision.
I agree with that.
And I much rather fight you to stop you from doing what you're not doing than to have to create the probability of him decking your ass.
I agree to that as well.
So
now,
you don't want to fight me. No one wants to fight me is all I'm saying.
And I will also call out a man, whether he's my homie or not, if I feel like he's wrong. That's not to take away from the situation. If I see my homeboy hemming up a female, I will step in the way, regardless of whether she is or isn't my friends. And I'd be like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out, shorty. Whatever the case may be, I will hold him accountable. But the same goes for any female that is putting their hands on a man.
Bro, it doesn't even have to take it getting physical. If I see a nigga yelling at a shorty in public,
straight up,
and I know him, I'm gonna be like, yo, time out.
It's all good.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm not here to get in the business of how you handle shit with your lady or whatnot. But there's no way I'm gonna allow this. Like, do this behind closed doors. Do whatever the fuck you do. But there's no way that I can stand here and watch this. Like, it's just not right.
I also feel like certain men, though, that have that aggressive nature with females, they also know who they can and cannot pull that shit with. Because this is kind of off topic, but I'm not really, but kind of sort of. I was in Amscot one time and I seen a shorty come out of Amscot. I was waiting in my car. I seen a shorty come out of Amscot and she was going into the car of the person that was next to me. It was a male driver. She asked him a question. I'm minding my business, but I can still hear everything that's going on because that's the city girl in me. She asked him a question. He didn't respond, so she asked again. He shook his head no, and then she asked the question a third time, and he flipped the fuck out. But he was talking to her in Spanish, and he was like, oh, you fucking bitch, didn't I fucking say this, blah, 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 whatever. Yo, all I did was turn my head to the side and cocked my eyebrow up and was like, who the fuck is this nigga talking to like that? And he just made direct eye contact with me and literally put his head down and did not say another word. Not saying that I had that power, but just saying like, nigga, somebody else is watching you. You should be humiliated. You should be embarrassed of yourself to talk to a female like that. And I know that you probably like, oh, this bitch probably don't play. She probably will say something to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess this all goes back to the hot grits episode. People know who they can and can't fuck with.
See, I was being a good wing woman even for that girl, and I didn't even know her.
Yeah, gotta stick together.
Okay, my last topic. You and I have spoken a little bit about how we are empaths and how we can be healing souls to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that healing souls attract troubled people because we have such healing natures? And can you truly help that magnetic attraction from troubled souls because of your healing soul?
I do feel that you attract people that need help, but I feel like you also attract people that don't need help. Mm-hmm. I think the key is that, like, when you have the empathic ability, is protecting yourself, and that when something, even if someone needs you, that you don't have to surrender to that every single time, and you have to think about protecting yourself.
So you do feel that you have the conscious power of saying no.
Yes.
Even if your soul is telling you that I just spit on myself, that this person needs that yes. healing power from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've actually looked it up because I had to figure out how to find that balance within myself.
Yes.
And, I don't know. It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game when you try to fix everyone and
because it can be self-sacrificial.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, as an empath, you almost kind of absorb whatever you spend the most time around. So you have to be mindful of that. You know, I think that just having a relationship with God is really important, because if you're living this purpose-driven life, you just kind of need to be a little more sensitive and knowing and understanding what you're meant to fix and what you're not meant to fix. And sometimes that's very hard to figure out.
Yeah, I think that I tend to be that way, and I'm trying to find the perfect balance.
You know, the concept that I like is that, well, you got to put your own face breathing mask on before you help the next person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, I'm just very careful these days, you know, like have this protective force. Like I can't fix everything. I can't fix everyone, you know, but there's moments in life when you know what the right thing to do is. You know?
You do believe that naturally we may attract these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that it's up to us to kind of think and justify who's deserving of that and who isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've learned is that I'm not going to help people who are not ready to help themselves, because it means that I will spin my wheels endlessly and my resources and my powers. Not to sound like a superhero.
Technically.
But if I use my powers to help this person and they're not even in a position to receive that or to help themselves and they're not ready for it, then I'm wasting my time.
What if that's your sole purpose in this world? Is to help one soul at a time?
I mean, I do feel that that's part of my calling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just feel that there's balance.
I think that when it comes to balance, I feel like the effort, if you are a healing soul, the effort can definitely be there, but it should not be at the cost of yourself. So there should definitely be a cutoff point.
That's exactly what it is. It's like I got to find a way to stay healthy so I can continue to do this throughout my lifetime, to be happy, to enjoy life. But I feel that as circumstances present themselves, if a person is worthy and deserving of that extra boost, it's like I want to help someone that's on their way, but that just needs that little extra boost or that little piece of something to get them where they're trying to go, and that they deserve it.
Right.
You know, and that's when it's the ideal scenario for me to step in. You know what I mean?
Or it's like how the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Mm-hmm. I can show you where the water's at. Mm-hmm. I can show you the path on how to get there. Whether or not you drink the water is completely up to you. After that, I have nothing else to do here.
I think for me and with my gift, what I've realized is that with all the people I have helped along the way in life, it's like, wow, I wonder how great my life would be if I've allocated and dedicated this much energy to manifesting things into my own life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I just had to create a little bit of a shift, because if I'm hurting myself by healing others, then it's like, it kind of becomes stupid. It's like I won't live a very long life if I keep operating this way.
Yeah, it's a bit of an oxymoron.
You know, but I think that sometimes you just happen to cross paths with someone that just needs a little bit of help. And you know that if you give them that help, that one day you're going to be able to look back and be like, man, they did good with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I just feel like no matter how much we stress about certain things, we have to admit, and when I say we, I mean you and I, we really are truly, truly blessed with lots of things, regardless of what we complain about on a regular. So I think that maybe even shining light on ourselves to others that need healing can possibly move them enough to want differently for themselves.
You know, I think that's a valid point, because that's definitely something that I was thinking about when you first brought this up. It's like, to me, helping people out is not necessarily me doing something financially for them or actually doing something for them. Sometimes it's just me being vulnerable and transparent enough to share the most intimate moments of my life, to allow them to feel confident enough to take certain steps in their life. Yes. And I feel like that's a gift in itself.
Absolutely, 100%.
Because not a lot of people are comfortable sharing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And I feel like
and that costs me nothing.
It costs you nothing, just vulnerability.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people that are in hard times don't ever believe when someone else who's trying to help them says, oh, I understand, or I've been there. But if you share a story with them that explains to them how, in fact, you have been there, they're more likely to believe you and what they can achieve by that relatability.
I think another thing, too, is like, man, I have a lot of people that open up and share things with me, and they're like, I just didn't know who else to talk to. For me, I know the fucked up things I've done in life, the fucked up things I've been through. And I just feel like in knowing these things, I have no place to be super judgmental of someone else that's going through something, or someone who made a bad decision that resulted in a fucked up thing. And I think that people sense that if they talk to me about something, that I'm not going to harshly judge them,
right.
You know, that I'm still going to love them and I'm still going to embrace them. And sometimes it's just listening to someone and helping to encourage them and helping to validate them that can make all the difference in the world. So I think we need more people like that, because when someone's going through something and they don't know who they can talk to, I mean, that's a very, very scary situation. You know, I feel like everyone should have at least one person that they know that no matter what, they can turn to that person, and that they feel they're going to be loved, they're going to be accepted, and that person's going to give them the truth. I'm the type of person that, like, you could tell me some shit, I could sit here that and tell you you're a fucked up person, and I could still give you a hug afterwards and still make you feel loved. But if I feel you're wrong, I'm going to tell you that. But just because you did something wrong and I don't agree with it doesn't make me love you any less.
Yeah, because sometimes we are our own demise. And a lot of people aren't honest enough with themselves to understand that what they are doing or not doing is what's keeping them down. So if you just reflect that on them in a non-judgmental way, perhaps it can open their eyes to things that they weren't necessarily privy to. And maybe stepping outside of that and doing something different and by you listening is all it really took.
Yeah. And I think that over the years, I've been working on my listening skills. I'm still not where I want to be with that, but it's definitely a skill that I want to continue to build on, because people feeling like they're being heard, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Because they probably try it with other people, and a lot of times people feel like no one else understands me, and being able to give someone the gift of being understood is sometimes invaluable.
Life-changing even at times.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode. Got some exciting things in store that I can't really get into detail. But I want to thank you all for your support, for hanging out with us. I hope you're enjoying the visuals that have been coming along. Yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube. Just search CO in Rome. All right. That's all we got.
That's all I got.
Thanks for listening.